First up, we have Michael Jordan's team.
The Bulls?
Not the Bulls, but the Charlotte Hornets.
Hornets down 2. Shot clock's at 3. Uh-oh. Someone's going to have to put something on the rim. Deep 3. Devontae! Pass Devontae. PJ. Oh, my goodness!
Yeah, with key additions of Gordon Hayward, which was a huge signing, and obviously one of our favorite prospects, your favorite prospect, LaMelo Ball. Their starting lineup projects to be Devontae Graham, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington, and Cody Zeller. Very young team with a lot of questions. What are your thoughts on them? How do you think they're going to do? Anything.
I mean, it's just when going into the draft, I remember writing my notes, Hornets should not draft LaMelo Ball. Because I feel like they already have Graham, who killed it last year, and they have Teddy Rozier, who they really committed to.
Yeah, and Michael Jordan has come out saying Terry Rozier is the guy.
Yeah. And I just feel like it's such a waste of LaMelo's potential that he might have to come off the bench on this team just because of seniority or whatnot, you know?
Yeah.
That being said, I do think I'm gonna look forward to seeing this team play more this year. I love Gordon Hayward. I think he's a phenomenal player. That injury just really ruined his career for a bit. I think he will have a great bounce back year this year. I think Cody Zeller is not a flashy center. He's just like one of those really reliable.
I mean, he better be. He got paid fat.
Yeah, he's like a reliable 12-10 kind of guy.
Yep.
Like that's what I get. PJ Washington looked pretty good.
Yeah, he has some potential.
I think this is a young team that has a lot of potential. Like I feel like it's like a poor man's Pelicans. Pelicans have a lot of flash in their youth, a lot of tempo. I feel like the Hornets might be a little different, where they have a lot of potential, but they're not like up tempo. They're kind of just like they play their own style.
Yeah.
I think if LaMelo does end up eventually getting into that starting lineup, I think their offense would be more fluid, honestly. I don't know, what are your thoughts?
Similar, I think. I like the way the team is built because I do like Terry and Devontae. I think they're two really good guards, and at the same time, I do love Gordon. I think those three, it just makes a really good trio. I'm gonna go as far as and say I personally think they're better than the Pelicans.
Really?
Honestly, because
as a team or position by position?
As a team.
Oh, okay.
I mean, obviously though, they have to figure that out. But if I had to bet my money, I would assume Charlotte makes it for further. I'm gonna go as far and say I think their ceiling is 7, 8 seed. Obviously, because the East is very weak.
I know, it's so funny that this team we would say, oh yeah, 7, 8, but then when we look at, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Another team on the West, it's no way.
But I think they are a good team. I think they have enough constructed to make a run. It's just, can you figure out the chemistry? Realistically, I'm gonna be completely honest. I think they will make playoffs. I think they can beat a team like the Magic, and I think they could end up in the 8th seed. That is 8. I'm gonna say 8 to 10. 8 to 10. That is my range and my prediction for them.
So you're saying that their ceiling
is 7 seed.
Is 7 seed.
But I think realistically, they'll either make playoffs or just be right outside of it.
I see. Okay. I'm just looking at last year's standings, and they got 10th seed. Granted, they were 10 wins off from the Magic,
which is a lot.
But then it's also because they didn't play more games. They weren't in the bubble.
Yeah, that is true.
So we don't know where exactly they would have fallen technically. Nonetheless, I think the Hornets have way more potential this year than last year. I know that Gordon Hayward signing is going to be such a big boost for them.
Yeah.
And I think re-signing Zeller for their team is going to be good for them, even though it was a lot of money. But
it was a perfect signing because let's be honest, these small market teams they're not going to get anybody big. So to get somebody like Gordon is a good pick. But did you say your prediction?
Yeah, I want to go to say
what is their ceiling and what do you think?
It's tough. I mean, honestly, we could say, oh yeah, I could see them going 7. But I think if they were any chance, I think the highest they'll make is 8. I just don't see them. It's tough because I feel like there are some teams that didn't make playoffs last year that easily could have a chance this year. The Hawks, the Bulls, the Wizards.
There's a lot of bad teams last year that can make a huge jump.
Yes, huge jump this year. And I think the Hornets are also one of those teams, but I just feel like they might just miss the cusp. I think the best they'll do is 8 seed. I think the worst they'll do is 10th like they did last year. I agree with you, 8 to 10 kind of positioning.
Okay.